Hi, I'm Andrew Rogerson. I'm a business broker in Sacramento, California. I've been a business broker for the last 5 years, but I've also been a business owner for the last 27 years, in fact owning in 5 businesses. And today we're talking about the options of a person moving into business. They've actually got 3 options. They can start a business from scratch, they can buy an existing business, or they can buy a franchise rights. And I've written a book on each of those, and each of those subjects, each of those books is available on Bazilla.com. So you're welcome to go there and buy a copy of the books. So let's talk about becoming a business owner, and what are the 6 things you need to do to become what I call a buyer ready. And buyer ready means that you're really ready to go to the market and start talking to the franchisors or the business owners, the people who are selling their business, or a business broker, or a lender, or a landlord. These are things you need to get in place so that you're taken seriously when you're talking with them. So what are those 6 things? The first thing is to put together a solid resume. People want to know who you are and what you're about, and it also helps you understand what your strengths and weaknesses are. So a good resume is really important. The next thing to do is to look at your credit report. These days credit reports are notoriously wrong, so before you jump out there and find the ideal business you want to buy, get your credit report organised, because there could be a mistake on there. So let's get that tidied up before we go into the market. The next thing to do is to look at your credit score. Really important for a lender, or if you're asking the seller to carry a note, they want to make sure you've got good credit. So let's make sure your credit score is in good shape. The next thing to worry about is your management experience and your industry experience. If you're going to a bank to borrow for an SBA loan, for example, the banks want to know what management experience you've got, and in particular what management experience you have in the industry that you intend moving into. So if you've been working in high tech for the last 10 years and want to buy a hair salon, not a good mix. So you need to try and focus on where your strengths and your skills are. The next thing to look at is your down payment. As they say, you've got to have skin in the game. So you need to put together a good down payment, make sure it's available so that when you make an offer on a business, it's good to go. And the last thing to look at is a personal financial statement. If you're buying a franchise, the franchisor will want to see a personal financial statement. And the last thing you may need to look at when you get there is a business plan, but we can talk about that a bit later on.